midnight again. Table set for one. Street lights dripping down the glass. City whispers as you pass me by. Empty chair across the table. Still got your name in my mind. Silver spoon, untouched wine. Echoes dancing in the quiet. Every second stretching thinner since you chose to leave me silent. I trace your shadow in the dim light where your laughter used to live. Now it's just a hollow skyline with too much space to forgive. I made midnight reservations for one, but I swear I feel you here when you're gone. In the flicker of a candle undone, I'm still holding on. Every heartbeat plays your song in this room where we belong. Now I dine with memories alone. Midnight reservations for one. Waiter asks if I'm expecting. I just smile and say not tonight, but my heart keeps overbooking all these ghosts I can't deny. Perfume lingers in the air like you never really left me. Every corner of the silence feels like you're still beside me. I sip the truth, it tastes like goodbye, but it burns like yesterday. And every drop just pulls me deeper into words we couldn't say. I made midnight reservations for one, but I swear I feel you here when you're gone. In the flicker of a candle undone, I'm still holding on. Every heartbeat plays your song in this room where we belong. Now I dine with memories alone. And the reservations for one. If love was just a passing phase, why does it haunt me in this place? Your absence fills every space like a ghost I can't erase. I'd order you back if I could, but time don't serve what it took. So I sit with what remains, a love that don't fade. I made midnight reservations for one, still pretending you might come through the door like nothing's done, like we never broke apart. Every shadow speaks your name, every tear tastes just the same. In this quiet, endless dark, you're the guest inside my heart. Midnight reservations for one. Midnight. It's 2 a.m. and the silence knows your name. Shadows tracing every corner of this room. Your memory lingers like a soft perfume. I try to drown it in the quiet, but it only speaks your truth. Fingers hover over words I never sent. 1,000 ways to say what couldn't mend. Every line I keep rewriting still leads me back to you. And I wonder if you feel it too. In the stillness when the night cuts through, these unspoken words at midnight are louder than goodbye. Every tear I never showed you falls between Those are the things we never said. If I could turn the clock backwards, would we choose a different end? Your absence is a language I can't read, a quiet kind of hurt that slowly bleeds. Every second feels like poetry, written in what we couldn't be. And I wonder if you miss me too, when the night reveals what hearts won't do. These unspoken words at midnight are heavier than time. Every moment left unspoken now echoes in my mind. I'm breaking in the silence with nothing left to hold on. All the love I try to hide from is where I still belong. If I said it now, would it change a thing? Or just reopen everything? We built our walls in quiet fear. Now all that's left is distance here. I kept my heart behind my lips. Now I'm drowning in what I miss. These unspoken words at midnight are finally breaking free. Every truth I buried deep inside is calling out for you and me. No more hiding in the silence, no more pretending I'm okay. All the love I never told you is the price I have to pay. It's 2 a.m. and I still haven't found the words. We used to have a map. Now I'm lost in where we've been. Lines we drew in golden light, now they fade in shades of blue. Every street we named forever leads me back to losing you. City lights like broken signals flicker where your touch once stayed. Every corner holds a memory, every path begins to fray. I'm tracing all the places where our hearts aligned, but every road I follow now just leaves your voice behind. These are maps of a lost connection. Every line leads back to you. In the silence or reflection, I don't know what's left to hold on to. We were worlds in perfect motion, now we drift in different skies. Every dream we built together fades into these quiet nights. Coastlines echo empty whispers where your hand once held on tight. Waves erase the words between us like we vanished with the tide. I replay the last horizon where your eyes began to change. Now the distance feels like gravity, pulling everything away. I'm searching through the fragments of what we used to be, but every piece I try to place just redraws the memory. These are maps of a lost connection. Every road is closing in the space between the echoes. I can feel where we have been. We were fire, we were motion, now we're shadows out of time. Every heartbeat out of rhythm, every star no longer mine. If I could redraw leading me somewhere, but every path just circles back to a love that's no longer there. These are maps of a lost connection, every line I can't erase. In the ruins of our story, I still see your hidden trace. We were close enough to forever, now forever feels so far. Every road I walk without you leads me back to where you are. We used to have a map, now I'm learning how to be lost. Shadows dancing on the walls, but no one's here at all. Crystal chandeliers still glow like they remember you and I. Golden floors reflect the ghosts of every slow and stolen night. Your footsteps linger in the silence like a rhythm I can't replace. Every echo feels like heartbreak drifting through this empty space. I spin alone where we once stood, caught between the past and truth. These are echoes in an empty ballroom where your touch still fills the air. Every note a fading perfume of a love no longer there. I hear your voice in every heartbeat, like a song that won't let go. In this hall of broken memories, I'm still dancing with your ghost. Velvet curtains barely moving like they're breathing in your name. Every corner holds a whisper of a fire we couldn't tame. I remember how you held me like the world could disappear. Now the silence feels so heavy without you anywhere near. I close my eyes, I almost feel your hands in mine, so unreal. These are echoes in an empty ballroom where the music slowly dies. Every step a quiet longing, every turn a last goodbye. I hear your voice inside the stillness, calling from a distant room. In this palace of forgotten love, I'm still lost inside the gloom. If I could stop the hands of time, I'd keep you in this fragile light, where every glance, every sigh still felt like forever inside. But now the song has lost its meaning, and I'm the only one still dreaming. These are echoes in an empty ballroom, fading into endless night. Every chord a silent sorrow, every memory out of sight. Still I turn like you're beside me, still I reach into the air. In this dance of endless longing, I'm alone, but you're still there. Shadows dancing on the walls, but no one's here at all. There it is again, that space between goodbye and gone. A trembling pause upon your lips, like something breaking quietly. Your eyes say what your voice resists, a truth you won't give fully. Your fingers slipping from my hand like time we couldn't hold. Every second stretching thin before the letting go. I feel it in the silence before the words arrive. This is the anatomy of a sigh, the moment where we fall apart inside, where all the things we couldn't say just fade into the quiet. It's the weight of every almost try, the breaking of a love we can't rewrite. In one breath we say goodbye, without a sound, without a fight. Your shadow lingers in the light, like something not complete, a fading echo in the night, still pulling at my heartbeat. I search your face for something more, a reason not to leave, but all I find is distance now and everything we used to be. And in between the silence, I hear what we deny. This is the anatomy of a sigh, the quiet where your dream begins to die, where every hope we try to save just slips into the silence. It's the space between your heart and mine, a fragile thread we couldn't realign. In one breath we say goodbye, and let the moment pass us by. If I could hold that breath forever, would we still be standing here? Or is this how love surrenders when it's drowning in its fear? Every word we never spoke now lives inside that final note. This is the anatomy of a sigh, a quiet storm we couldn't survive, where every piece of you and me just dissolves into the silence. It's the end we felt but never named, a gentle kind of endless pain. In one breath we say goodbye, and nothing will remain the same. Just a sigh, and you're gone. Two sides of the same heart, pulling me apart. I feel you in the quiet calm, like a whisper on my skin. But there's a storm beneath it all, where the chaos still begins. You're the softness I remember, and the pain I can't outrun. Every moment torn between what we lost and what we've done. I'm caught between your love and leaving, between the truth and still believing. These are fragments of a polarized heart, breaking me in opposite ways. Half of me still wants forever, half of me is begging for escape. You're the fire and the shelter, the wound I never meant to start. In every piece of who I am, you're a fragment of my polarized heart. Your touch is like a distant dream, fading slowly into light. But every time I let you go, you come rushing back inside. We built a love on fragile lines, where every edge could cut too deep. And now I'm walking through the pieces of promises we couldn't keep. I'm holding on while drifting further, still your silence speaks so loud. These are fragments of a polarized heart, tearing through my every breath. Half of me still hears your heartbeat, half of me is drowning in the rest. You're the calm and the collision, the truth I'm scared to face. In every shadow of my soul, I still see your fading trace. If love is both the cure and pain, why do I still call your name? If letting go could set me free, why do you still live in me? I try to gather every piece, but they don't fit the same. Not the same. These are fragments of a polarized heart, scattered in the dark and light. Half of me still holds your memory, half of me is ready to say goodbye. You're the ending and beginning, the echo I can't restart. And every beat that's left of me, you're a fragment of my polarized heart. Two sides of the same heart, still tearing me apart. We used to fill these empty rooms, now it's just shadows and echoes. Fading light across the floor, like the nights we used to know. Your laughter lingers in the walls, but there's nowhere left to go. Every corner holds a moment, frozen somewhere in between what we were and what we lost, and everything we couldn't keep. I reach for you out of habit, but you're not there anymore. I'm tracing shadows on the wall, like you're still here beside me. Every silhouette I follow leads me back to what we used to be. In the silence I can feel you, in the space places where you're gone. I keep holding on to nothing, tracing shadows on the wall. Curtains sway without a breeze, like your ghost just passed me by. There's a rhythm in the quiet that still echoes your goodbye. I hear your voice in broken patterns, in the way the night unfolds. Every memory replays, like a story never told. I close my eyes, I almost see you standing in the dark. I'm tracing shadows on the wall, trying to bring you back to life. Every line I draw between us only shows the endless night. In the stillness I can hear you, like a whisper in my mind. But the closer that I get to you, the more you slip through time. If I could freeze this fading light, would you stay here by my side? Or are you just a reflection of a love we left behind? I keep chasing what we were through the echoes of goodbye. I'm tracing shadows on the wall where your presence used to stay. Every shape becomes a memory that slowly fades away. In the quiet I release you, though it breaks me to let go. All that's left of us are shadows on these walls I used to know. We used to fill these empty rooms. Now it's just shadows, and you're gone. I can smell the rain before it even falls. Concrete breathing under neon skies, heat dissolving into midnight cries. Every drop of memory returns in the silence where the city burns. Your name lingers in the afterglow, like the places we used to go. Now the streets just echo back every word we couldn't hold. And I walk these roads alone, but they still feel like home. In the smell of rain on concrete, I feel you in the air. Every drop that hits the ground brings me back to everywhere where we stood in quiet chaos, letting time just slip away. Now I'm drowning in the after of a love that couldn't stay. Street lights blurring silver lines, like tears I try to leave behind. Every shadow holds your shape, every silence speaks your name. Footsteps fading into sound of water pooling all around. I trace the rhythm of the storm, like a heart that's breaking down. Every breath is heavy now, but I still don't know how. In the smell of rain on concrete, you come back to life again. In the spaces left between us, in the echoes of the rain. We were fire in the summer, now we're ghosts in colder But your memory still lasts, or is it written in the ground every time the rain falls down? I try to let you slip away, but you return with every grave. In the smell of rain on concrete, I surrender to the pain. Every drop a quiet whisper, calling out your name again. Now the storm has settled slowly, but the feeling never leaves. You're the echo in the pavement, you're the ghost I still breathe. I can smell the rain, and you're still here. 3 a.m. and I'm still awake. Blue light flickers in the dark like a pulse inside my chest. Every second feels too loud in this room that never rests. Phone screen glowing in my hands, but your name don't light it up. I keep staring at the silence like it's something I can touch. I told myself I wouldn't wait, but here I am again. I'm waiting for your call at 3 a.m. Like you might still need me then. Every second stretching thin, hoping you'll break the silence. I replay the words you said like they're still inside my head, but the line stays cold and dim, and I'm still waiting. Sheets are tangled with my thoughts, every breath is out of place. I try to close my eyes, but all I see is the memory of your face. Did you mean it when you left, or was it something in between? Now I'm caught inside the maybe of what we used to be. I should let the night move on, but I can't let go. I'm waiting for your call at 3 a.m. like it might undo the end. Every silence pulling in tighter than I can handle. I'm reaching through the dark for you, like there's something left to prove, but the truth is settling in, and I'm still waiting. If you needed me, would you call? Or am I not there at all? Did I fade out of your mind while I'm stuck here losing time? I keep listening for a sound that never comes around. I was waiting for your call at 3 a.m. No, I know it won't happen. Every hope I held within slowly turns to silence. I don't need the phone to ring to know what this really means. You're already gone from me, and I'm done waiting. 3 a.m. and finally I let silver light across your face. No music but the quiet, still we find a rhythm in this place. Your hands resting on my waist like they've always known the way. We don't need a crowded room to feel like we could stay. In the silence something moves, a melody we never choose. We're slow dancing in a kitchen to the hum of everything. Every step a quiet confession in the stillness that we're in. No stage lights, no expectations, just your heartbeat next to mine. In this small imperfect moment, we make ordinary feel like time. Coffee cups left on the counter, like the stories we don't say. Every glance a little closer, every breath begins to sway. Your laughter soft and unguarded echoes gently off the walls. In between the simple seconds, I can feel us having it all. No need for words tonight, everything just feels right. We're slow dancing in a kitchen where the world can't reach us here. Every turn a soft reminder that this love is real and near. No grand plans, no forever promises, just the truth in how we move. In this quiet, fragile moment, there's nothing left to prove. If time could freeze right here in your arms, in this air, I would stay inside this frame where nothing needs to change. Just the rhythm of our breath and the peace of nothing left. We're still dancing in this kitchen long after the night is gone. Every step a lasting memory of a love so simply strong. No spotlight, no illusion, just the way you look at me in this quiet kind of magic. This is where I wanna be. Bare feet on cold tiles, still swaying, just you and me. Frozen in a moment we thought would never fade. Faded colors in your smile, captured in a careless light. Every frame a fragile truth of who we were that night. Your laughter blurred in motion, like a dream I couldn't hold. Now I'm flipping through the silence of a story turning old. Every picture holds a feeling that I can't relive again. These are Polaroid frames of us developing in my mind. Every second frozen in love, but slipping out of time. We were perfect for a moment in a world we couldn't keep. Now I'm holding on to memories that are fading in too deep. Fingerprints on every edge, like the way you left your mark. Every shadow tells a story of a light inside the dark. I remember how you looked at me like I was all you'd ever need. Now those eyes are just reflections in a past I can't redeem. Every image slowly fading, but I still see you there. These are Polaroid frames of us, softly breaking in my hands. Every promise left behind in a life we didn't plan. We were more than just a picture, but less than we believed. Now I'm lost inside the colors of a love I couldn't keep. If I could step inside that frame, would you still say my name? Or would it all just disappear like we were never here? I try to hold the moment still, but time just won't stand still. These are Polaroid frames of us, scattered in the afterglow. Every memory a whisper of a love I used to know. We were light in slow exposure, now we're shadows out of view. And I'm left with all these pictures, still developing into you. Frozen in a moment that I can't go back to. Morning comes too quietly, like it doesn't want to wake me. Footprints fading in the gray, soft impressions in between. Every step we left behind, now dissolving in the scene. Dewdrops trembling on the grass, like the words we couldn't say. Every silence feels heavier in the light of break of day. I walk alone through what remains of a love that couldn't stay. Like footprints in the morning mist, we vanish with the light. Every moment slipping gently out of reach, out of sight. We were here for just a second, now it's all just memory. In the stillness of the sunrise, you're already gone from me. Shadows stretching into gold, but they don't look like you now. Every color feels unfamiliar in a world I don't know how. The air is thin with letting go, every breath a quiet release. I try to hold on to the feeling, but it drifts away like peace. And I feel it in the distance where your presence used to be. Like footprints in the morning mist, we disappear in time. Every trace of us dissolving in the rhythm of goodbye. We were more than just a moment, but less than we believed. Now I'm standing in the silence of everything we couldn't keep. If I turned around right now, would I find you in the haze? Or are you just a fading outline of our once familiar place? everything we built upon. Morning comes so quietly, and you're already gone. It used to move so fast, now everything stands still. The second hand is barely breathing, like it's scared to move ahead. Every moment hangs between us, like the words we never said. Your picture frozen on the wall, a life we tried to keep. Now the silence grows so loud, it's the only thing I hear. Time was always on our side until it wasn't anymore. I'm watching the clock stop ticking, like our love just slipped away. Every second losing meaning in the quiet of this space. We were holding on to forever, now forever feels undone. In the stillness of this ending, I'm the only one who's left to run. Your voice echoes in the distance, like a dream I can't recall. Every memory feels heavier as the shadows start to fall. I trace the lines we used to follow, but they don't lead anywhere. And now I'm standing in the aftermath of a love no longer there. Time kept moving without warning, while we slowly fell apart. I'm watching the clock stop ticking in the place we used to be. Every heartbeat feels suspended between you and me. We were more than just a moment, now we're less than we became. In the silence of forever, I'm still calling out your name. If I could turn it back somehow, would you still be here right now? Was this always how it ends, with broken time and broken plans? I keep waiting for a sign, but nothing moves, not even time. I'm watching the clock stop ticking as I finally let you go. Every second softly fading into something I don't know. We were written in each other, and now it's scattered in the past. In the stillness of this moment, I accept it couldn't last. It used to move so fast, now everything is still. I can still see it, even when you're gone. every detail slipping slowly through the edges of my mind. Your laughter lingers softly in the corners of this room, but it feels so far away now, like a distant, fragile tune. I try to hold the shape of you, but it's already fading. It's the silhouette of your smile that I can't erase, a shadow of something beautiful time can't replace. Every line begins to blur, but I still recognize the way you used to look at me in the silhouette of your smile. Your touch is just a memory falling gently out of reach. Every word we never said still echoes quietly. I trace the air where you once stood, but there's nothing left to find, just the outline of a feeling that I carry in my mind. And even in the silence, you're the only thing I see. It's the silhouette of your smile fading into gray, a picture I keep holding though it slips away. Every moment feels incomplete, every breath recalls the way you used to shine for me before the darkness falls. If I close my eyes tonight, will you still be there in light? Or are you just a memory that disappears with time? I keep reaching for your face, but it's just an empty space. It's the silhouette of your smile still living in my heart, a quiet aching reminder of where we fell apart. Even as it fades away, I feel it in my soul, a love reduced to shadows that I'll never fully let go. I can still see it, the silhouette of your smile. You don't say it, but I hear it anyway. Your words fall soft like nothing's wrong, but your eyes don't feel the same. There's a distance in your silence every time you say my name. Conversations turn to echoes, half-truths hanging in the air. I can feel what you're avoiding, even when you say you care. It's not the things you tell me, it's everything you don't. I'm reading between the lines of every word you say. There's a truth you're trying to hide, but it's written on your face. Every pause, every hesitation tells me what you can't admit. We're falling out of rhythm and you won't acknowledge it. You reach for me out of habit, but it don't feel like before. There's a softness turning distant, already out the door. I keep searching for the meaning in the space it left behind. Every silence feels louder when I'm reading between the lines. You don't have to say goodbye, I can feel it in your tone. I'm reading between the lines of every whispered word. There's a breaking in your voice, even when it's barely heard. Every glance is telling stories you don't want me to see, but the truth is in the quiet where you're slipping away from me. If I asked you straight out now, would you finally tell me how we went from something so alive to just pretending we're alright? I don't need the confirmation when your heart's already gone. I'm reading between the lines, and I finally understand all the love we tried to hold is slipping through our hands. No more hiding in the silence, no more waiting for the truth. Every word you never gave me is the proof I needed from you. You don't say it, but I hear it anyway. It's in the quiet where I find you again. Dust settles on familiar things, but your presence lingers here in the corners of this silence, in the spaces you were near. A scent drifts through the hallway like a ghost I can't outrun, and suddenly the stillness breaks into everything you were. I try to move beyond the feeling, but it pulls me back again. I'm anchored in your memory, like I never left your side. Every wave of time keeps crashing, but you're still here in my mind. I can't drift away from what we were, no matter how I try. I'm anchored in your memory, and I don't know how to say goodbye. The light falls just the way it did on the nights we used to share. Now it only shows the absence of a love that's not there. Every room becomes a story, every wall repeats your name, and I'm walking through the echoes of a life we couldn't save. I keep reaching for your shadow, even knowing it won't stay. I'm anchored in your memory, where the past won't let me go. Every heartbeat feels like holding on to something I don't know. I try to find a way to heal, but the truth I can't deny. I'm anchored in your memory, and you're still the reason why. If I let go of the pain, do I lose you all the same? Or are you living in the part carry you without breaking in two. I'm anchored in your memory, but I'm learning how to breathe. Every tear becomes a healing, every moment I release. You'll always be a part of me, even as I say goodbye. I'm anchored in your memory, but I'm ready now to try. In the quiet, I still feel you, but I'm letting go. Can you feel it? Right here, in the quiet of the dark, where your breath meets mine. There's a rhythm in the silence we don't have to define. Every second stretches slowly like it's ours to keep. In the space between our bodies, I can hear you breathe. No words, no distractions, just the sound of attraction. It's the frequency of heartbeat pulling me closer to you. Every pulse a quiet language only we can move to. In the stillness we're connected in a way we can't explain. Every beat becomes a promise flowing through our veins. Your touch moves like a whisper, tracing patterns on my skin. Every moment feels electric, like the night is closing in. We don't need a single sentence to understand the truth. All the tension in the silence says everything for you. No space left between us, just the rhythm that frees us. It's the frequency of heartbeat sinking every part of me. In your arms I lose the distance, in your pulse I'm finally free. Every second feels suspended in the slow and endless night, where the only thing that matters is the way our hearts align. If time could fade away, will we stay right here this way? Just the echo of your chest beating softly through my breath. I don't need the world outside when your rhythm feels like mine. It's the frequency of heartbeat keeping us in perfect time. Every pulse a silent promise, be. Faded notes still linger here in the silence of the room. Every chord we left behind now dissolves into the gloom. The air feels thick with memory, like it never really left. Every breath I take inside still carries what we kept. I reach for something familiar, but it slips right through my hands. There's dust on the piano keys where our love used to play. Every melody is breaking in a quiet, fragile way. I can hear you in the echoes, but you're nowhere I can see. Just a ghost inside the silence and dust on the piano keys. Curtains barely move at all, like the time that stopped for us. Every second feels suspended in a space that gathers dust. I remember how you sounded when you called my name so soft. Now it fades into the stillness, like a dream already lost. I try to hold on to the music, but it's slowly disappearing. There's dust on the piano keys where our story used to live. Every note we never finished is the one I can't forgive. I can feel you in the rhythm, even though you set me free. Still I'm lost inside the quiet and dust on the piano keys. If I played it one more time, would it bring you back to life? Or would it just remind me of the end we couldn't fight? Every sound becomes a memory that I can't rewrite. There's dust on the piano keys, but I slowly start to see. Even silence holds a meaning, even endings let me breathe. Though your echo still surrounds me, I'm learning how to leave what we were inside the music. And the dust on the piano keys. There's dust on the piano keys, and I'm finally letting go. The light is slipping slowly out of reach. Golden edges on the waves start to blur into the blue. Every color slowly fading, just like everything we knew. Your hand barely holding mine, like it's learning how to let go. In the quiet of this moment, there's a truth we both know. We don't say it out loud, but it's written in the sky. We're watching the horizon fade, like a love we couldn't save. Every second drifting further into something we can't change. In the glow of what we had, there's a beauty carries distant echoes of the words we left behind. Every breath feels like surrender to the passing of this time. I see it in your eyes now, that forever isn't ours. We were just a fleeting moment written in the fallen stars. And I feel it in the silence where your heartbeat used to be. We're watching the horizon fade as the night begins to fall. Every promise slowly breaking in the shadow of it all. There's a softness in the ending, though it tears my heart apart. We were never meant to last, but we were perfect from the start. If we could pause the sun right here, would it keep you near? Or would the darkness find a way to take you anywhere? We were light that couldn't stay. Now we're fading into gray. We're watching the horizon fade, and I'm learning how to breathe. Every color disappearing, but you're still a part of me. In the quiet of goodbye, there's a grace I can't explain. Some loves are meant to linger, even as they drift away. The light is gone now, but you remain in the horizon. Neon bleeding through the dark, and I'm still here. Rain against the window pane, tracing lines I can't erase. City lights distort your shadow, flickering across my face. Empty streets below are glowing like they're holding on to you. Every drop a quiet echo of a love I never knew. I thought the noise would drown you out, but the silence speaks too loud. Rain against the neon glass, feels like time is standing still. Every reflection brings you back, even when I know it will fade into the midnight air, like a dream I couldn't keep. In the city full of strangers, you're the only one I see. Cold reflections on the pavement mirror everything I lost. Every step feels disconnected from the person that I was. Your voice lingers in the static of a world that's turned to gray, and the storm outside keeps falling like it's trying to wash you away. But no matter how it pours, you're still here beneath my skin. Rain against the neon glass, blurring every line we drew. Every color turns to shadows in the absence of you. We were something in the chaos, now I'm left with empty streets. And the rhythm of the rainfall echo in your heartbeat. If I Walked out in the storm, would it change what I'm feeling? Or just soak me in the truth that there's no more healing? I try to lose you in the night, but you glow in every light. Rain against the neon glass, and I finally understand. Some loves live in reflections we can never hold again. In the quiet after midnight, where the city falls asleep, I'm alone with what remains of you and the memories I keep. Neon fading in